You're two complete strangers that have taken us in and have given us comfort. Oh, I'm so grateful.
It is beautiful. And so much inspiration today on the Dawn Show. You know me, I did news for how many decades of my life, and news, if it bleeds, it leads, and it's all about the tragedy and the bad news. And here on the Dawn Show, I always want to talk about people and places and organizations that are part of the solution. And that's really what we're talking about, people who are paying it forward. So let's introduce Sue Cruz, who is a host family for Hosts for Hospitals, and Margaret Massimi, who is a guest for Hosts for Hospitals. It's so good to have you here.
Right, thanks, Dawn.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
So, I want to ask you first, Margaret, because your husband came here and in August had transplant surgery.
Yes.
So first of all, how is your husband doing?
He's recovering really well. He had the transplant, the liver transplant, on August 14th. And he was hospitalized until the end of August, and then he had to go to acute rehab. And while he was recovering, Mike helped me. I was at the end of my rope because I didn't have a safe place to go at night, anywhere to cook, anywhere to take a shower. And I called Mike, and within 5 or 6 hours that evening, he had found a host family for me.
Because we're seeing your husband, Andreas, but we might not always realize that Andreas is in the hospital, and so the family becomes sort of a patient too.
Absolutely.
I mean, that you need a place to rest and relax. And these are great photos
They
of your
are,
husband.
they
I love
are,
that.
they are.
He's very handsome.
First time I've seen them. I'm glad to see them.
So this is so interesting, Sue, that obviously you know Margaret, but that you're seeing pictures of Andreas, and you don't know the patient per se. That's interesting.
I know him post-surgery.
Yes.
And I told Margaret he is looking better every day. So, each day I can see some improvement. His eyes are a little brighter.
That's true.
He's moving around a little bit more. He's using her laptop computer.
And so how did you, Sue, and your husband, Reinhard, how did you get involved in Hosts for Hospitals?
My husband is a retired United Methodist minister, and before retirement, and I don't remember when, there was a meeting of a lot of hosts, and I'm guessing that Mike was probably there to talk about it. But it covered all of the religious denominations. And Reinhard came in and said, this is something I'd like to get involved with, maybe after I retire. We kind of put it on the back burner, and then luckily they had me on their mailing list, so a newsletter came in, and I was like, oh yeah, we were going to do this. And so we hosted our first guest in January of 2007. So we've been at it now for about 6.5 years.
And you've had 1,000 one-nighters.
Over 1,000, yeah.
Because sometimes the people just come in for one night.
Right, and sometimes they're there for 6 weeks or so. Margaret and her husband are our 65th guest family.
Ah, that's wonderful.
A lucky number.
What does it mean? You said that, Margaret, that you were at the end of your rope. I mean, what does it mean to you to have Sue and her husband open up their home?
Well, to me, first of all, Hosts for Hospitals serves an immediate physical need, which to a family and a patient is everything. And it's some small things that you would take for granted, simply a safe place to sleep, a place to prepare a meal, is become something extraordinary. And right now, a place for my husband to recover, a place on one floor. And Sue and Reinhard, her husband, have not only opened their doors to us, but to my husband's physical therapist, to his home care nurse. So that means everything to us. He's in a safe place where he can recover. And I also wanted to mention that I was hosted before while my husband was recovering from the surgery with another family, Laura and Sam Martin. And they were absolutely wonderful.
So you want to give Laura and Sam a shout out too, a big
want to
thank you.
them because they hosted my older son who came to visit his dad, and our younger son also came to Philadelphia for a weekend. And Laura and Sam were great. Laura showed him how to make soda. She had a soda making machine.
We've got a theme here: soda. We've had beer with
But the bigger picture, apart from the immediate physical needs, which are so important and can be an overwhelming worry for the family and the patient. It's a spiritual thing too, because to me, Hosts for Hospitals, it's like an inspirational song. It reminds me of one of my favorite prayers from St. Francis of Assisi. And it's where there is despair, let me bring hope. Where there's darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. And to me, Host for Hospitals answers that prayer. And what it has done for me is I'm a witness to just the goodness of my fellow man.
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful message.
Well,
You know,
it's true.
Margaret is talking about what it means to her, but I have to say, we get more out of being a host than any of you guys ever get. Trust me.
I think
hope so,
I'm
too.
the host getting the most out of you and all the love and all that you give. I just can't thank you enough for being here.
Oh,
This
thank
is
you, Dawn.
beautiful. Well, let's take a quick break, and we want to give you all the information in case you want to get involved or donate to this beautiful organization. The Dawn Show continues right after this. Dawn Stenslementi back here on The Dawn Show. You know, maybe this is something, Host for Hospitals, that you want to get involved with. Maybe you want to donate your time, your home, or maybe some dollars to this amazing organization that's truly grassroots. You know, Sue, I think, you know, for you, as we look at this, here's the number you can call, 215-472-3801, info@Host for Hospitals or hostforhospitals.org. But Sue, as a host family, just a few minutes left, you know, what, or a few seconds left, you know, what would you say to people who are thinking about this?
I can't believe it's so easy to do, and it is so rewarding. You know, we have a guest bedroom, we have a guest bathroom. Occasionally there are other family members. We crack out the sofa beds, not a big deal. And it's incredible. It really is.
Well, Sue and Margaret, and our prayers will be with you and your husband in his recovery.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good